The summary of The Fifth Discipline, brought to you by Click-Through College. Understanding the Fifth Discipline, the Art and Practice of the Learning Organization. Chapter 1, Introduction. The Fifth Discipline, the Art and Practice of the Learning Organization, is a seminal work by Peter Senge, a leading scholar in organizational learning. Published in 1990, the book delves into the concept of learning organizations, those which have mastered the 5 disciplines that allow them to continually adapt and learn. These disciplines include systems thinking, personal mastery, mental models, shared vision, and team learning. Chapter 2, Systems Thinking. Systems thinking, hailed as the fifth discipline by Senge, provides a macro perspective, pushing us to view organizations as complex systems comprising interrelated and interdependent parts. It is the cornerstone of a learning organization, seamlessly linking the other 4 disciplines. The essence of systems thinking lies in understanding that the whole is more significant than the sum of its parts. An organization is not a collection of discrete units. Instead, it's a system with its elements interconnected in ways that changes to one part may affect the others, and consequently, the whole system. Imagine a car. If a single part, like the engine, is removed, it will not only affect the car's ability to function but will also impact other parts like the wheels or the brakes. Similarly, in an organization, if one department, say, the human resources department, underperforms, it can affect the entire organization's functioning, including employee morale, productivity, and even profit. The primary tool used in systems thinking is the feedback loop concept. It allows us to see how actions and consequences are interconnected, creating reinforcing or balancing effects. Reinforcing loops amplify changes, creating growth or decline, while balancing loops stabilize the system, maintaining equilibrium. Understanding these loops helps organizations identify patterns and structures that often undermine their best intentions, offering insights to tackle complex and persistent problems. However, shifting towards systems thinking is challenging as it requires us to abandon the familiar linear cause-effect thinking. We must develop a new consciousness to see the dynamic complexity of our organizations. To perceive the hidden structures, understand the subtle interdependencies, and discern the high leverage points where small, focused actions can produce significant, enduring improvements. Chapter 3, Personal Mastery. Personal mastery is about striving for a high level of proficiency, constantly refining and deepening our personal vision, focusing our energies, and developing patience. It's a commitment to lifelong learning, a journey towards self-improvement where achieving goals is as crucial as enjoying the process of reaching them. In a learning organization, personal mastery begins with individual commitment. Individuals are encouraged to clarify their personal visions, focus on what's truly important, and learn to see reality more accurately. They are asked to challenge their current beliefs, uncover their blind spots, and confront the incongruences between their vision and reality. However, personal mastery is not just about becoming better as an individual but also about contributing to an organization's collective aspiration. The individual's commitment to learning gets magnified when there's alignment with the organization's vision, resulting in a powerful synergy. Personal mastery demands a high level of self-awareness and courage. It involves challenging the status quo, breaking from old habits, and embracing change. The process may bring discomfort, but it leads to personal growth, increased creativity, and improved problem-solving capabilities. It enhances one's ability to inspire others and contribute effectively to the organization's success. Chapter 4, Mental Models. Mental models are deeply ingrained assumptions, generalizations, or images that influence how we perceive the world and how we take action. These subconscious models can dictate our behaviors and decisions, often limiting our thinking and actions. In The Fifth Discipline, Senge emphasizes the importance of becoming aware of our mental models and challenging them. By bringing these mental models to the surface, we can test their validity, refine them, or replace them if necessary. It's about learning to unearth our internal pictures of the world, communicate them to others, and be open to their influence. While uncovering our mental models can be challenging and sometimes uncomfortable, it's a crucial step towards becoming a learning organization. For instance, a prevalent mental model in traditional organizations is that employees are simply workers, not thinkers. Such a model limits employee engagement and hampers innovation. By challenging this model and promoting one where employees are valued contributors to problem-solving and decision-making, organizations can unlock greater creativity and performance. However, this discipline is not just about self-reflection, it's also about fostering open dialogue within the organization. By encouraging individuals to share their mental models and be open to others, we can create a shared understanding, bridging gaps between differing perceptions, and aligning actions towards the organization's vision. Chapter 5: Shared Vision. Shared vision is not a dictate handed down from the top. It's a collective commitment to an exciting future that the organization and its members aspire to create. A genuinely shared vision fosters a sense of connection and unity. It inspires, motivates, and gives direction to people's actions, turning compliance into commitment. Unlike a typical corporate vision statement, a shared vision in a learning organization is built from the bottom up. It's a collaborative effort involving people at all levels. Everyone has the chance to contribute, and each person's dream merges to form a larger, common vision. This process creates a sense of ownership among the members, motivating them to work towards the vision not because they have to, but because they want to. Senge emphasizes that shared vision must be underpinned by personal mastery. The commitment to personal learning enables people to clarify their personal visions and develop the skills and capabilities necessary to realize the shared vision. When an individual's vision aligns with the organizational vision, it leads to extraordinary productivity and satisfaction. However, creating and sustaining a shared vision is challenging. It requires constant nurturing and renewal. Leaders play a crucial role here. They must be stewards of the vision, guiding the dialogue, facilitating the inclusion of diverse viewpoints, and ensuring that the vision remains vibrant and relevant as the organization evolves. Shared vision is more than a management practice. It's a discipline that energizes and gives coherence to all aspects of an organization's work. It inspires innovation, fosters alignment, and gives purpose to the team's actions, propelling the organization towards its aspirational future. Chapter 6: Team Learning. Team learning is about fostering collective learning with the aim of achieving common objectives. It's about enhancing the collective intelligence to transcend individual perspectives, ultimately leading to better decisions and actions. At the heart of team learning is dialogue, a way of conversing where people freely and creatively explore complex issues, listen deeply to each other's views, and suspend their own assumptions. Dialogue enables a free flow of ideas, fosters mutual respect, and encourages a shared understanding of complex issues. In contrast, discussion, the other mode of conversation, involves presenting different views and defending them, aiming to make a decision. Both dialogue and discussion are essential to team learning, but what's important is to know when to engage in each. Teams should engage in dialogue to explore complex issues and then shift to discussion to make decisions. The goal of team learning is alignment, a state where a group of people function as a whole, seeing the larger picture beyond their individual perspectives. Alignment goes beyond mere agreement. It's about creating a shared understanding that enhances the team's capacity to create results. However, team learning is not an automatic process. It requires developing specific skills, including the ability to participate in dialogue and discussion, to deal with defensive routines that hinder learning, and to master conflict and contradiction. One of the challenges in team learning is dealing with defensive routines, patterns of behavior that protect us from experiencing discomfort or threat. These routines can block learning by shutting down dialogue, inhibiting the surfacing of conflicting views, and preventing the exposure of outdated or limiting mental models. Teams must learn to identify and suspend these defensive routines to foster open and honest communication. Another challenge is dealing with conflict and contradiction. Traditionally, teams tend to shy away from conflicts. However, in a learning organization, conflicts are viewed not as problems but as opportunities for learning. By bringing conflicts out into the open and exploring them rather than avoiding them, teams can reach a deeper understanding and find solutions that go beyond compromise. Team learning holds great promise. When teams learn together, not only does it enhance their collective intelligence, leading to better decisions, but it also fosters mutual trust and enhances coordination. It enables teams to navigate complex challenges with agility and creativity, leading to superior performance and fulfillment of the organization's vision. Chapter 7: The Learning Organization. In essence, the learning organization is one that is continually expanding its capacity to create its future. It's not about being adaptive to change, but about shaping the change itself. This type of organization is skilled at 5 main activities: systematic problem solving, experimentation with new approaches, learning from past experience, learning from the best practices of others, and transferring knowledge throughout the organization. These practices foster a culture of continuous learning and improvement, propelling the organization towards success in an increasingly complex world. Chapter 8: Challenges in building a learning organization. While the principles of the learning organization sound ideal, the journey to become one is challenging. Common obstacles include people's resistance to change, prevailing mindsets and cultural norms, a lack of leadership commitment, and structural or systemic constraints within the organization. Organizations must confront these barriers head-on. They must foster an environment of trust and openness, and leaders must model the learning behaviors they wish to see. The process can be lengthy and arduous, but the rewards of becoming a true learning organization are immense. Chapter 9: The role of leadership. In a learning organization, the role of leadership is distinctly different from that of traditional organizations. It's not about control and power, but about fostering an environment that promotes learning and growth at all levels. Leaders are seen as designers, teachers, and stewards of the organization's vision and values. As designers, leaders are responsible for building the structures and systems that support learning and innovation. This involves creating a conducive environment that encourages dialogue and team learning, setting up mechanisms for detecting and correcting errors, and aligning the organization's policies and procedures to its vision. As teachers, leaders help individuals and teams build their capacity for learning. They challenge prevailing mental models, promote systems thinking, and encourage the pursuit of personal mastery. This doesn't mean leaders have all the answers. Rather, they facilitate learning by asking insightful questions, sharing their own learning, and modeling openness and humility. As stewards, leaders uphold the organization's vision and values. They help build and sustain a shared vision, ensuring it remains relevant and inspiring. They also act as guardians of the values, ensuring that the organization's actions align with its stated values. In this new leadership paradigm, the focus shifts from leading people to leading the organization's learning process. It's about creating a culture of continuous learning, where everyone feels empowered to innovate, take risks, and learn from their mistakes. The leader's role is to serve the organization by fostering learning, encouraging collaboration, and nurturing a sense of shared vision. However, this transformation is not easy. It requires leaders to let go of their traditional command and control mindset and develop new skills and attitudes. They need to learn to listen deeply, facilitate dialogue, deal with complexity, and lead with empathy and humility. It's a challenging journey, but one that can lead to a vibrant, resilient, and successful learning organization. Chapter 10: The power of a learning organization. A learning organization holds a significant competitive edge in today's volatile and complex environment. These organizations are quicker to adapt, more innovative, and more adept at learning from their experiences. Unlike traditional organizations that merely react to changes, learning organizations shape their future. They proactively engage with the external environment, detect emerging trends and opportunities, experiment with new ideas, and learn from both their successes and failures. This proactive stance allows them to stay ahead of the curve, driving innovation and performance. Learning organizations also foster a culture of continuous improvement. They view mistakes and failures not as problems to be avoided, but as opportunities for learning. This approach encourages risk-taking and innovation, leading to superior performance. The power of a learning organization also lies in its people. People in a learning organization are not just employees but learners. They are empowered to challenge the status quo, question existing mental models, and contribute to the organization's vision. This sense of empowerment and involvement leads to higher job satisfaction, increased motivation, and improved performance. Finally, learning organizations have the capacity to create transformative change. They are not just adapting to the world but also influencing it. By constantly learning and innovating, they shape their environment, create new markets, influence policies, and contribute to societal change. In sum, the power of a learning organization lies in its ability to learn, adapt, and shape its future. It's about creating a vibrant and resilient organization that is capable of not just surviving but thriving in a complex and rapidly changing world. Chapter 11, Conclusion. The fifth discipline invites us to envision our organizations in new ways. By promoting learning at all levels, we can create vibrant, resilient organizations capable of great achievements. Senge's disciplines may pose a challenge, but they offer a path towards a more collaborative, innovative, and ultimately successful organizational environment. In the era of complexity and constant change, the principles of the learning organization are more relevant than ever. Let's embrace the disciplines and start the journey towards becoming a learning organization. By doing so, we can better serve our constituents, fulfill our missions, and make meaningful impacts on the world. In sum, the fifth discipline, the art and practice of the learning organization, is not just a book, but a roadmap, one that may be complex, but is incredibly rewarding if pursued with dedication, openness, and a genuine desire to learn. The summary of the fifth discipline.